Hello again there folks, TaterCat here, and I will be finishing off reviewing Diabolo. This is the third volume. I have not read this series in a very long time, so I thought it was fun to go through it. Right, general synopsis is, now that Rai is fallen, which is a term they always use, Ren goes after him and to the same building that the series began in, because that building had significance because that's where Mio disappeared. The six great spirits have also joined up there because Lady Nema and the master are there, saying that the ritual they started 10 years ago is about to be completed. Surprisingly enough too, you find out who the actual mastermind is behind this and who actually started the ritual 10 years ago, where Mio disappeared too, and if she's even alive, yada yada yada. Some enemies become friends and all that whatnot. The general complaint I've had over all of the books is that the series feels a little unfocused. This one has the same problem. It also feels too rushed. Like, things are moving way too fast without proper explanation. There's character developments. There's relationship developments that kind of seem like they happen out of nowhere, and you're not sure why that's happening at all. Like, when did this have time to develop? If there had been just one more book of this, just one, to give it a little more time to explain itself, the series would probably be a little better. It needed to be a little bit longer. But it's not, so it is what it is. Still, it's not a bad series. I've read some bad stuff. This is at least, it's fine. I give it a 6 out of 10. It's fine. Definitely not the greatest, but definitely not the worst. It's about, it has problems. It definitely needs some, it's got pacing problems. And like I said, it could have really benefited from just being one, maybe 2 books longer. One would have done it a significant amount of good. But it is what it is. Part of it, I keep this because, you know, nostalgia. I've had this series. When was this particular one released? English, copyright 2015. I, at minimum, probably got this 2015 or 2016. So, you know, it's kind of nostalgia. And, again, it's not a bad series. There is actually a series by one of these authors. I don't remember which one. I want to say it's Kusunoki, but I could be wrong. That I read that is actually a lot better. It takes its time, and it's a much more emotional story than this is. So eventually I'm going to read that again. I don't have the physical copies of it, unfortunately. I would love to, though. It's a good story. And then there's got this little, like, short story the mangaka, I guess, wrote, called Shards of an Angel. That's the first page of it. That's an interesting story, too. It definitely would not benefit from being longer, though. So yeah, I think the next one that I'm going to read is probably going to start being some of the online series that I'm reading, because let me see exactly how many online manga I'm reading. Not necessarily just webcomics. Let's just say over 20, because some of them haven't updated in ages, and that kind of sucks. So I'll probably be reviewing one of those. I'll do like 5 chapters of it, because these were 5 chapters each, so I figured that's a good number. Like, subscribe, and all that noise. I'll see you in the next one, folks. Later.